Many months later, the guys start to live inside a tent in the mall. Jae-wook's health gets worse by the day because he has asthma and his inhaler stops working. One night, he suffocates and slowly passes away in front of his friends. Sungmin and Tae-shik are devastated. With a heavy heart, they bury their friend's corpse under the ground on a nearby beach. After dying, Jae-wook's body also pauses like the others. 5 years pass, but the world remains the same. The guys have now grown into teenagers. Although they have been living in isolation for so many years, they still hope that someday the world will go back to normal. Sungmin believes that when they turn 20, their time will resume. They steal a little bit of money from everyone to be rich when that happens. However, even when they turn 20, nothing changes. They slowly begin to lose hope and start to live in the wooden house in the forest. One day, the isolation gets the best of Sungmin. In a scene straight out of My COVID Diaries, he screams and yells for it all to stop. Tae-shik witnesses this from afar and loses all hope. Some days later, Sungmin notices that the moon's shape is changing, meaning that the world is about to resume course. He goes looking for Tae-shik, but doesn't find him anywhere. He searches for him throughout the island and eventually reaches the last cliff. There, he discovers Tae-shik's clothes on the ground and registers that his friend has jumped into the water. He also jumps after Tae-shik as a last resort, but at that very moment, the world resumes. He comes out of the water and is mesmerized by the moving nature. After reading the journal, Soo-rin runs to the wooden house and finally sees her friend. They decide to tell the story to the world, but are unsure if anyone will believe them. Meanwhile, CCTV footage shows the police that Sungmin is in the woods. They believe he is the kidnapper. At night, Sungmin comes to Soo-rin's room for emotional support. Since he has been living alone for such a long time, he is scared he will harm himself to get rid of the pain. The next day, Tae-shik's parents arrive at the construction site, blaming Do-kyun for their kid's disappearance. They believe that the explosion in the site killed their son, and Soo-rin is making up stories to save her stepfather. Meanwhile, Soo-rin and Sungmin go to the orphanage that Sungmin used to stay in. Soo-rin explains everything to the warden and comes outside to call Sungmin. However, she is dragged away by her father just then. Sungmin approaches his mother-like warden and tells her everything he used to do as a kid. She is shocked, but she still doesn't believe him. Do-kyun locks Soo-rin in her room at night, but Sungmin enters through the back door and frees her. Together, they run away from the house to decide what they should do next. Soo-rin remembers seeing a second egg in the cave. She suggests she uses the egg and returns as an adult to prove to the others that Sungmin is innocent. However, Sungmin is against the idea because he knows how difficult it is to live in isolation. He would rather be named a kidnapper than let her go through what he felt in the past years. Do-kyun sees that his daughter is missing and figures she went to the wooden house after finding a picture of her and Sungmin on her phone. He goes there at night, attacks Sungmin, and tries to take Soo-rin back home, but Sungmin knocks him out and runs away with her.